In this video, we're going to give you and a friend a chance to go see a movie for free. So stay to the end of this video to learn how to enter in for this giveaway. This is our spoiler-free review of Superman.
Going into this film, I think everyone was asking the question, is this going to be the film that takes Marvel's spot on the podium where DC comes back on top? And I think this is absolutely that movie. We finally have a comic book accurate movie. They had to do a lot in this film to reestablish the DC universe, and they executed that incredibly well. James Gunn killed it. There's so many great moments. I thought this movie did a really good job at just setting up an interesting new universe and another reboot for DC. The character relations between Superman and Lois was fantastic. It was really well done. It grabbed the audience really well. Lex Luthor's character was very villainous, and you could see the rage and envy behind him, and they played into that a lot. I thought it was really interesting. They did an excellent job of incorporating fantastic characters like Jimmy and Lois Lane, Crypto, the dog. There's just so many characters and Easter eggs in this film that are comic book accurate. The storytelling is there, and they used it.
There are some minor gripes to it, but this did feel like a James Gunn movie. You got the comedy, it's well timed, the characters are well written, but it's very fast paced. I feel like it was taking a lot of notes from MrBeast. They were cutting a lot of times. David Corenswet does a phenomenal job as Superman. I love Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill did a fantastic job, but I really do feel like the emotion and the accuracy within comic books, this is Superman. Superman is definitely a Boy Scout. He wants to make sure that everyone's okay. David Corenswet embodies that Boy Scout-ness. He did a really good job at playing Clark Kent, and then when he became Superman, he was Superman. Felt a lot like Christopher Reeves in his era. And I like the two personifications of that. And I think also Nicholas Hoult did an amazing job embodying the villainy of Lex Luthor. He did a really good job. He's intelligent. You could tell that he has been studying Superman for a very long time. You could feel the envy, the jealousy, everything involved with Lex Luthor. I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah, as far as cinematography and sound design for me, I think there's a couple of really crucial things that happened in this movie that have not been happening in other movies. For one, the colors are absolutely beautiful and very vibrant in this film. James Gunn likes to have a lot of colors in just the backgrounds and the characters and how he color grades and all of that stuff. Really well done. The CGI really complemented this film well. It's a very beautiful film to watch. And as far as sound design, yeah, it's very immersive. Watching in IMAX was absolutely epic. Wouldn't have it any other way.
The sound design was phenomenal. When he has laser beams coming out of his eyes, you could feel the laser beams coming out of his eyes. The cinematography, like there were points in the trailer where everyone was making fun of the cross-eyed Superman, very wide angle, up in your face. I think the reason why behind that is to show that there's a little bit of vulnerability. A wide angle lens distorts the face a little bit, and I think that James Gunn's point with using a wide-angle lens for a lot of the shots, especially with flying and all the fight scenes, is to show that Superman is in a vulnerable state. He's not completely powerful yet. And I think he said in some interviews that this isn't the most powerful Superman. He's weak in a lot of areas. This version of Superman I can get behind. I'm just all about it. I will definitely rewatch this movie. It's highly entertaining.
My one gripe would be that it was very quick-paced. DC had a lot to do. It's just resetting up the franchise, but I understood why they did it. I felt in the first act that I was wanting more. I wanted more depth from some of the characters, but I was rewarded as watching this film, and I got that. So it set itself up really well in the end.
I'm very excited for the future, and I'm really hoping that James Gunn doesn't James Gunn it, and I think that he will be able to pass the baton to other directors, but it still encapsulates the vision of where they want to go with the DC universe. This is going to set up some great competition with Marvel, in that there are some great stories that are within the DC comics that need to be told, and I want them to be told.
Absolutely.
And I think that Marvel has lacked a lot in storytelling and pushing a really poor agenda in a lot of areas. And this one, the only agenda is hope and do the right thing. And I think we've missed out a lot in the past years of that. We're all very anti-hero shows, the Joker, all of that. We're very in a dark place that I think that this is taking us into the step of the light, and that's what Superman is. So on to that, I'm putting my quality rating 7.5. I think what James Gunn did in the storytelling, how David Corenswet was able to embody Superman, Lois Lane, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor did all an amazing job. It's not a 10 out of 10 movie. It's highly entertaining. And my entertainment score is going to be an 8.5. This will definitely be the superhero movie of the year. It has all the humor. It has a great story behind it. And I think that you should definitely go see it this weekend.
For my rating of quality, this movie did leaps and bounds for the superhero universe. I would rate this movie a 7 out of 10. I think the pacing and some of the stuff like that could have been improved in Act 1. Everything else was very fruitful in the end. As far as entertainment goes, I'd give this movie a 8.5 out of 10. I agree. It was very fun watch, kept me on the edge of my seat for most of it. There's some cool, enticing new villains. I just had a really good time with this.
So here's how you enter for a $50 AMC gift card and some of our merch. All you have to do is click the link below. Enter in your email and make sure you like and subscribe. Go follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and like us on Facebook if you still have Facebook. The winner will be announced in our Fantastic Four review, so make sure you ring that bell to be notified when that video comes out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you. Good deal.